Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Rob here for Southwest Florida Television. As you can see, it is still dark out here. It has been raining all morning. It's been raining, for over 24 hours here in Southwest Florida now, coming up on 36 hours. I'm at Vanderbilt Beach, up in North Naples, Florida. 75 degrees. A little windier than it was yesterday when I was out at the beach. A little windier. The rain is still coming down. You can probably hear the rain hitting my umbrella here. I was getting antsy sitting in the car, so I decided, well, time to hit the beach. Boy, that wind is much stronger than yesterday when I get out here on the beach. That rain is cold. Definitely blowing me around out here. Looks like it's going to be raining for another hour or so here in North Naples as the rain makes its way up to the north. Still rough, still got a rough surf. We are just stuck in the tail end, the very tail end of Tropical Storm Sally. This is the very tail end of it. Just a band of rain, and it's just hitting all along the Southwest Florida coast right now. There's been a couple curious onlookers coming and going here throughout the morning already. Jumping out of their cars, running out to the end of the boardwalk, taking a look and heading out. It's really hard for me to pan to the south here. The wind and the rain are kind of coming out of the southeast. So the rain's hit me right in the face here as I pan around. Trying to take the umbrella out of my hand. There's a look down to the south. Probably won't be seeing Dexter out here. I'm going to head up to Del Nor-Wiggins in a little bit. Take a walk out there on the beach as soon as they open the gates. But I wanted to give you the first look here. I did share a couple screenshots of our local radar earlier, as well as our local forecast. You can check that out. But if you look at that radar, you'll see what I'm talking about. We're just stuck in a band of rain. It's just running right up the southwest Florida coastline. Sanibel, my gosh, Sanibel is getting dumped on. They had 11 to 12 inches of rain, and it's still raining up there. So who knows what's going to happen. They are having some problems with localized flooding up there on Sanibel, as we are in other parts of southwest Florida. Water ponding up, some roads impassable. But it's all the spots that normally flood. But we have had some areas that have had some significant rain. It's just the luck of the draw, I guess, or maybe not the luck of the draw, but the unlucky luck of the draw. We do need rain, though, believe it or not, all this rain. In Naples, we are still at about a 4-inch deficit of rainfall for the year. I know that's hard to believe with all the rain we've been having, but that is the case. We can still use some more rain. I think we're going to be getting some. It is a very, very active tropical season here. Now this guy's got it made in the shade. Mr. John Deere pulling the rake. Sitting in his air-conditioned cab, listening to his music. Can't believe they're out raking the beach today. What the heck, huh? Job security. My umbrella. Trying to blow out of my hand. Thanks for the stars. Appreciate that. Gonna stick around here for a little while till it gets a little brighter out here. Hopefully the rain's going to start letting up within the next hour. And it looks like we're going to get some rain later today. Just some very scattered showers. It'll be interesting to see if there's anybody on their surfboards up at Wiggins this morning. Yeah, we're starting to get a little light out here. The Turtle Patrol guy, the Beach Patrol, and the John Deere tractor are both out here on the beach this morning. You can see their flashing lights on the left of the screen down there. See, I'm not the only crazy one out here. If you're just tuning in, I am on Vanderbilt Beach in North Naples, Florida, on a rainy Monday morning. Well, they're being very optimistic here at the Turtle Club, the Vanderbilt Beach Resort, putting their beach chairs out, putting a few beach chairs out. Got a little color over there in the sky, a little bit of color. There was some lightning out here earlier, but now I have not seen any lightning, so that's a good thing. I probably wouldn't be out here if there was lightning. Earlier this morning when I was at home, I did hear some thunder. I didn't realize an all-plastic umbrella was a lightning rod. It's actually made of some kind of fiber, this umbrella. I made sure I didn't get an umbrella with a metal rod in it, just in case. I know that's a cute comment, but I'm just getting tired of it. Wow, look at this. Look at the erosion here. Look at that. This water came way up here. Didn't make it to the dunes, but it got pretty darn close. Down by the Floridian, if you're familiar with, or up by the Floridian Club now, that white building over there. If you're familiar with Vanderbilt Beach, La Playa, sticking up there in the distance. I think it's going to be a while before we see the sun. If we see the sun. There goes our beach patrol. Forgot to check the tide chart again this morning, darn it, to see where we're at, if the tide's coming in or going out. Good morning, Joe. No, Connie, the nests have not all hatched yet, and I'm sure a lot of them now have gone underwater. Not good. Not good for our remaining sea turtle nests. The majority of them have hatched, but not all of them. So this isn't good. I haven't passed any here on Vanderbilt so far this morning. Yep, it's sad, but we all know that's one of the reasons why they lay so many eggs. I see our turtle guy checking a nest right now. I think it's right on the edge of washing away into the Gulf. You can see how high that water came up here. Look at that. Chipping away at the beach again. Chipping away at our beach here at Vanderbilt. lot breezier this morning than it was yesterday morning when I was out here. Well, midday when I was out here at Del Norwegians. When I turn around, I'm going to be walking right into the wind. The wind and the rain. Not much beach to rake here this morning. Not much beach left to rake. Well, unfortunately, this turtle nest up here on the right did go underwater. Not good for those little babies in that nest. Not good. That storm is probably 350 miles away from us now, 350 miles away. Looks like it might make landfall as a Hurricane 1, Category 1 hurricane. Sally, Miss Sally. Getting somewhere around Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. Those people, I feel sorry for those folks up there getting another hurricane. They're just beginning to recover from Hurricane Laura. Now they got another hurricane on its way. Ugh. Awful, awful, awful. Check the radar, check the weather radar, check your national weather radar, zoom into Southwest Florida. You're going to see that we're just caught in the tail, just the tail end of Tropical Storm Sally. She's just dumping rain all along the Southwest Florida coast. This was definitely I'd say close to major rain event, if not a major rain event, for parts of Southwest Florida. It rained pretty much all day yesterday. Then it eased off a little bit. And it started raining again. The rain came in, started raining about 5:30 this morning. 5:45. Look at the beach there by the La Playa. This is typical though, no surprises. This is what happens when we get these storms. And it has been in a very, very active hurricane season so far. Depression number 41, or disturbance number 21, just formed overnight. Just put it on the map. So far we're looking good. None are headed our direction. Keep our fingers crossed. Noisy willet birds. I don't know if you could hear them over the rain and waves. A lot brighter to the north. A lot brighter. It definitely looks like more rain coming up from the south behind me. Yeah, the Keys. That is not a surprise. Heavy flooding down there. This is definitely a rain event so far. There have been a couple water spouts and some little tornadoes, but really they're very, very minor compared to how things could be. You know, it still stinks if it's your home that gets wrecked or flooded or whatever. Yeah, I can't see the condos down there at Park Shore. Can maybe just barely make them out down there. If you squint, you can see the condos way down to the south in Park Shore. It still looks like some pretty good rain headed this way. That's where it's coming from. There's a nice little cockle shell down there. A little cockle. Both halves of it. A whole cockle shell. I don't have a free hand to pick any shells up today, unfortunately, with the umbrella. There's a pen shell down there, a whole pen shell. One of our pen shells, very common here, the pen shell. I'm going to turn around and start walking back down the beach. When I leave here, I'll head up to Del Nor-Wiggins. Go take a look at the north end of the park up there, area 4 and 5. See what the waves look like up there. See if anything interesting washed in. I'm sure I won't be alone at Del Nor-Wiggins. I'm actually seeing some brighter sky over there to the east now. The rain's looks like it's just kind of hugging the coast now, hugging the coastline. See some breaks, actually, a few little breaks in the clouds there. Yabba dabba doo. Boy, it's going to take a while for the water to clear up after this. It is really churned up and muddy looking. Getting a little break in the rain here. It's slowing down a little bit right now. But still raining nonetheless. If you're just tuning in, I am on Vanderbilt Beach up in North Naples, Florida, where we're just seeing the effects of the very tail end, the very back end of Tropical Storm Sally. A few little gusts of wind now and then, still a pretty rough surf, especially for this part of Southwest Florida. Yeah, looks like the rain is headed your way, Englewood. Looks like the rain is on its way up to you guys. Sanibel. Boy, Sanibel saw a lot of rain. Marco Island, Isles of Capri, Sanibel to the north. I was saying earlier that, believe it or not, we are still at a deficit for rainfall this year in Naples. We're still just under a 4-inch deficit of rainfall. If you've been down here or if you live here, I know that's hard to believe. We've been getting some pretty good afternoon showers. And we've had a full day of rain, at least a full day of rain, if not more, probably 36 hours of rain with this tropical storm. The birds love it, the wildlife loves it, the alligators love it. They're actually saying on the news today, beware of the alligators. With all the lakes and rivers rising here, beware of alligators in your backyards. Somebody already had to deal with one. The water comes up and so do all the critters. Don't let your dogs be playing around out in that water. If you're near a river or a lake, keep them away from it. That just goes without saying any time of year here, especially little dogs. We have seen a little bit of ponding in Naples Park, in people's backyards. A few little puddles in the streets. I didn't see anything too serious, nothing out of the norm. Part of the problem in Naples Park is people have taken it upon themselves to regrade their own property, and they have completely screwed up the floodplain of Naples Park. They fill in their backyards because the water collects, and that's because somebody else filled in their backyard, and there used to be a natural flow right down the middle of every block in Naples Park. It was laid out that way that the water would run to your backyard and then run down to the little collection areas. But people have filled in their backyards thinking there was a problem, and they've completely screwed up Naples Park. So now it's a free-for-all. Everybody just does whatever they want. They build their lot up and dump the water into their neighbor's yard. Kind of stupid. But other than that, it's a great little neighborhood close to the beach. Very close to the beach. To get to Vanderbilt Beach here, it takes me about 3 minutes from my house. By the way, if anybody's interested in property in the neighborhood, get a hold of our friend Astrid Lorenz. Astrid Lorenz, a great friend, an excellent realtor, excellent customer service. Astrid. I've known Astrid for quite a while now. You can find a link to her contact info here in the description of this post. I'm sure you can hear the rain hitting my umbrella. The pitter-patter of the rain. It let up for a couple minutes. If you're just tuning in, I'm up in North Naples, Florida, on Vanderbilt Beach, Southwest Florida. About 100 miles west of Miami, on the opposite coast of Miami. Just walking the beach and checking out what's left of Tropical Storm Sally. This is the very tail end of Tropical Storm Sally. Normally it's pretty calm over here on the Gulf Coast of Florida. These are some pretty nice waves for this area. We've had bigger, but it's usually relatively calm over here. That's looking up to the north. gators in the ocean. Well, this is the Gulf. Big difference between the Gulf and the ocean. And yes, there isn't an occasional alligator out in the Gulf that wanders out into the Gulf by accident. They'll come out one of the local waterways, one of our rivers, and into our passes and out into the Gulf. But that is a very freakish, rare occasion. Nothing. That is the last thing I'd worry about seeing is an alligator in the Gulf. Not saying it's impossible. Do a little research on the internet and you'll find some stories about them. Right here on Vanderbilt Beach, at Del Norwiggins Pass State Park, Vanderbilt Beach, they have spotted them. But nothing to really be concerned about. They're more of a nuisance around our waterfront communities, our lakefront communities, lakes and rivers. I mean, after all, we've invaded their territory. We're the culprits, not the alligators. Can't blame them. Can't blame any of the wildlife, the bears, the panthers. We have encroached on their habitat and, in the most part, destroyed their habitat. Even sharks, you know, sharks are really nothing to be too worried about here in Southwest Florida. Yeah, we have them. Yes, we do. They're out there in the water. They catch them, fishermen catch them all the time, but that is really never even a thought in my mind if I go swimming here. I'm more excited about seeing a dolphin than worried about a shark. Which we haven't seen any dolphins lately during my beach walks in the morning. It's been a little while. They're out there. They are out there. Dexter saw a couple the other morning. It's just a matter of being in the right place at the right time. Pelicans flying around. Yeah, barracudas. They're not a big problem here along our coastline, but we got barracudas. I don't think I've ever seen a barracuda along our shoreline. Snook, lots and lots of snook. There is a rainbow. Squint your eyes. I'm gonna get it right in the middle of the screen. See it? There's a piece of a rainbow. Do you see it? Very, very faint. Very, very faint, but there it is. But I don't see an end of the rain here. It's actually a double. It's a double rainbow, the base of a double rainbow. Might intensify here, but I don't think we're going to be able to see it through the rain. Can you see it? I'll bring it to the center, right in the center of the screen there. the pelicans flying through. I love it. I love it. Well, if you appreciate what I do out here, send some stars. If you like what I'm doing, if you appreciate the beach walks, and this is kind of more of an update than a beach walk, a weather update, send some stars to show your appreciation. Two things that keep this Facebook page going: it's your friendship and your support. And I do thank you for the both of them. Look at over here. Looky here. Got some daylight coming through. Got some daylight starting to shine through the clouds here. I love it. Maybe the rain's going to be stopping here shortly. We're going to find out. I'm going to head up to Del Norwiggins Pass State Park and do another live feed. So stay tuned for that. You don't see this very often, an empty Vanderbilt beach. That's the Ritz-Carlton Hotel there on the left. The Ritz-Carlton Beach Resort, Beach Hotel in Naples. You can Google that if you want to see where I'm at. But it definitely looks like the rain is starting to thin out here, starting to let up. Awesome, awesome, awesome. See how bright it is on the left side of the screen compared to the right side? It looks like it's starting to move offshore now. Awesome. That is awesome. I hate having to carry an umbrella. I like having a free hand to pick up shells or whatever we find interesting on the beach. Whoop. There's the other end of the rainbow. Look, there's the other end of the rainbow. I'll get it over to the center. Can you see it? It's very, very, very faint. Very faint. But there it is. Really hard to see. Trust me, it's there. You can see the other end a little better here. The gimbal's sliding out of my hand. What the heck? There's the other end of the rainbow. The rest of it's up. It's a full rainbow. It is actually a full rainbow, but it is super, super hard to see because of the rain right now. It is a full rainbow. You're gonna have to take my word for it. It is a full rainbow. Awesome. I think it's going to intensify here as the sun comes out. I'll check back in a little while. I'm going to head up to Del Norwiggins. When I'm live, hit that share button when I'm live. Share my live feeds with your friends. Tell your friends about Southwest Florida Television. If I don't see you at Del Norwiggins, well, I'll be out here tomorrow morning. I'll be out here, hopefully. Nice weather tomorrow. Probably start my live feed around 6:50 a.m. tomorrow morning, 6:50 a.m. weather permitting. Depends if there's any light out here. Sunrise is until about 7:12, 7:13. All right, everyone. Tally ho, tally ho. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Robb Stan. God bless.